Good morning, Lowestoft. This is Esther. Bit choky this morning. Checking in for our 10:30ish. It's Monday, and we are back. And the week is starting. And I don't know how you are and what's going on, but we're here. As you can see, I'm a little bit tired today. Didn't really sleep very well. But I'm here, and we're going to have thoughts. And I've called this one the one where I'm looking for integrity in a crazy world. I think that's what I called it, because the world is a bit crazy, isn't it, at the minute? There's loads going on. We don't quite know where we are and what's happening, and I think there's so much to say about who we are and what we're doing and how we act and how we live and all of that. So as always, these thoughts are drawing on like ancient spiritual wisdom. I'm a follower of the Jesus path, and I just want to bring you some wisdom from that this morning. And so I'm going to read you a bit in like an ancient letter, and I just think it really speaks into some of the madness and just the way we live at the minute. And so this is what it says. It says, "Dear friends," that's nice, isn't it? This is written by a guy called Paul to a load of people that are just trying to work out how to work out their spiritual path, how to live, how to follow the Creator in a bit of madness. He says, "So you've always followed my instructions when I was with you. Now that I'm away, it's even more important." And that really struck me, actually. It's like something about integrity there, isn't it? Do you ever get that sense that it's really easy to be what's expected of you when loads of people are around? You can sort of conform to social pressure, whether that's good or bad. But actually, when it's just you and nobody's looking, like, who are you? Like, are you that person that you pretend to be, or are you somebody completely different, or do you just let it drop because it's easy? Like, I think we all do, actually, don't we? Like, this guy's saying, do you know what, it's a little bit about integrity here. Like, when I'm with you, you're a certain way, you say all the right stuff, like, you say you believe the right stuff, you act in the right way, but now I'm not here. How are you going to be like when the chips are down, when life is just what it is? Like, who actually are you? Is there an integrity, like some internal consistency to who you are, or do you fall apart? And are you just playing a game, I think is what he's saying. Like, is this really who you are, or are you just putting on a show for me and for everybody else? I think that's a real challenge to us, actually. Like, who are we? Are we pretending? Are we playing a game? Or if you see me at home at the weekend, am I the same as you see me when I'm at work midweek, or am I different? Like, we all are a little bit, but how much? Then he says, "Work hard to show the results of your salvation." Bear with me. He says, "Obeying God with deep reverence and fear." So basically these guys have had a spiritual experience, like their life has been transformed. They call it being saved, basically being saved from their old destructive self, being saved from like just not knowing what they're doing, into something that is beautiful and life-changing and is giving them new purpose and hope. And they found this in Jesus, in the Jesus story. And he's saying like work at it, like think about how you're going to live. And then he says, obey God with reverence and fear. Like, I just think in our society, we're not very good at reverence, are we? We're not very good at, like, experts. It's like the experts might say something and we disagree. Like, even at the minute, experts are saying, wear a face mask. And we're all going, I don't want to do that. I want to do what I want to do. Thank you very much. And we're a bit like that, aren't we? But I think it's something to do with, in here, he says, obey God with reverence and fear. Like, A, we don't like obeying anybody, and B, we don't want to have reverence. But this is, I think, about understanding who you are and understanding who God is. Like, you may not be somebody who has a coherent understanding of a divine presence or a spiritual walk, but there's something about, like, realising that it's not all about you. Like Rob Bell, who is an American I don't know what he is actually, artist, speaker. He says this brilliant phrase. He says, you were made from dust, but the universe was made for you. You were made from dust, but the universe was made for you. Like, basically, don't think too much of yourself. You were made, like, you were created. You were made from dust. Like, you're lucky that you're here. But on the other hand, God has made the universe for you. I think there's something in there about reverence, isn't there? Like not thinking too much of yourself, like, but understanding that there's like an order, understanding that you are part of something that's bigger than you. Like when it comes to a spiritual path, I think something is just understanding that it's not all about us, that it's about connecting with what's bigger. And then he says, so he said, like, have some integrity, like, consider yourself in the right way, like, give God the reverence he due, because you're not God, like he is. And then this guy Paul says, for God is working in you, giving you the desire and the power to do what pleases him. And I really like that, because I don't always find, I don't know about you, that I have the desire or the power to do what is right and good. Like if we're just being honest, most of us a lot of the time, like doing what is right and good often is just really hard work, and we're just naturally a bit selfish and we want to do what we want to do. Like even if we're just really good people that want to look after other people, a lot of the time it's like, I'm just tired and I can't be bothered, and actually I have all of these prejudices and all of this baggage and all of these hang-ups, and I can't really be bothered. What I like about this is that this spiritual path says, but God is working in you to give you the desire. Like, you know, when you don't want to do it, when you just want to be destructive because you just want to go back to what you know and that's easier. This says, oh no, God is going to give you the desire that you need to live in a way that's going to be great for you. And also he's going to give you the power to do it. So he's not going to leave you on your own to try and do this thing called life. He's going to empower you to do it in the right way. Like, don't you want that? I don't want to be alone in doing it. And then he says, do everything without complaining and arguing. That's like me talking to my kids. Don't complain, don't argue, just be nice. But remember, it's God that gives us the desire, yeah? It's God that gives us the empowering. So if we are whiners and complainers and we like to argue and we like to stir everything up and just cause problems, God will give you the desire to change, and God will give you the power to do it if you ask. He says, do that so that no one can criticize you. Live clean, innocent lives of children of God, shining like bright lights in a world full of crooked and crazy people. Like, I often think, like, live clean and innocent lives. Like, most of us are like, I don't want to, I want to be wild and I want to do what I want to do in the way that I want to do it, and don't even tell me. Like, something about living clean, innocent lives just sounds really boring. But then he says, if you do that, it's like being like a bright light in a world that's gone mad. Like, I was down at the Commodore pub the other day, and it was evening actually, and it got dark and all of their lights were shining out over the Broads, for those of you that are Lowestoft, Alton Broad people. And it was beautiful. It was gorgeous. It was attractive. Like, light attracts you. It looked amazing. Like, you wanted to be there. You wanted to be part of it. It was open. And I think that's what he means. Like, you know, life that is just thriving and vibrant and good. Not, it's like the opposite of like fear and depression and staying in the dark and staying hidden and drawing the curtains and comfort eating and not going out. This is like being a bright light that's attractive. This isn't boring. This isn't like, oh, just go and be a good person and just like never have any fun. This is fun. This is life, but it is healing. It is whole. It's what it's meant to be. It's like a light that is attractive, that place you want to go. That's what I want to be like. I don't know about you. And then he says, hold firmly to the word of life. Like, I like that. Like, you can hold on to a lot of stuff that isn't life, especially at the minute. It can be so easy to sink into destructiveness and not knowing what's going on. But this is like, hold on to life. Hold on to life. And for these guys, they find it in the Jesus path. They find it in this new life they've been given. So I guess that's my thought for this morning, is it's so easy not to be like a bright light. It's so easy not to hold on to life. It's so easy to let our integrity slip. And it's so easy to think that we've got to do it all on our own. But this path, this spiritual path, this says, do you know what? God, it will work in you to give you the desire and the power to do what you need to do, what pleases him, what is good, what is going to bring you life, what is going to make you shine, what is going to help you have integrity even when no one's looking. So I guess if you're like me and really you're just a bit selfish and a bit lazy, and at the minute it's tiring and you don't really know what to do at times, may you today call on the Creator for the desire and the power to do what is good and right, that will make you shine like a bright star, like a bright light in the life of people around you. May you discover on this Jesus spiritual path that you're not left to do it on your own, that integrity isn't something that you have to try and manage, but that you are promised help and a hand holding, and more than that, an empowering for the day, for the week. May you know what it means to start the day just asking the Creator, asking Jesus, asking the Spirit of Truth to empower you for what you need to be for the day, so that you can shine like a bright star for other people around you. Take care, Lowestoft. That's our thought for today. I will be back on Wednesday, and on Friday the chaplains will be out around Kirkley and the seafront, so if you want to chat, come and find us between 10:30 and 12:30. Take care. Bye.